Let's try out the BK Beauty Core Complexion Trio. So we have the 114, the 115, and the 116. I'm gonna go with the 115 right here. This is their medium little like hit and paw foundation brush. I have the 101, the 109, and the A506 right here. You can see they are used and loved. Now let's try to see if this one is a great addition. Going to blend this in. It is a little bit denser of a brush compared to the other ones, but they do say that. I've seen a couple of videos on it and like from BK Beauty, and they did say it is a bit of a denser type of brush just to the, you know, the shape and everything, because it's not like too big. This one is real dense, if you can see that. My brain immediately said blush, so I'm using this right now as a blush brush. I feel like this is the perfect size for blush, or like on the apples of the cheeks. This is also be like a good contour slash bronzer brush, whatever you prefer. But I just saw this and instantly thought blush. Now we're going with that 114, which I'm actually using down here to kind of carve it out. You can see the little bit of the angle this brush has, so it makes it real easy to just, you know, carve. You kind of see there's like a point. I blended this part, blended this part. Let's do the forehead. Can I actually use like a little paddle? Just like blend, 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 blend. I forgot I was using a brush. I'm not going to lie. So I put a little bit more concealer on than I typically would because of a sponge. Because a sponge will soak up product. A brush won't really soak up product. So I put on as if I was going to use a sponge, and I am not. So this is making a very interesting challenge for me. Right down the nose. Pat, 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 pat. Right down here along the edge. Make sure I get in there. And now out. I do like, I put the blush up, but then I blend the concealer there. So I kind of like blend the concealer and blush just in that spot. But I really like how this angle's going in there. You see that? Side. Because this is what they say you should do. Flip to the other side. And this, the darker side, is going to be for powder. So I'm going to go with this NARS light reflecting powder. I'm going to set. I'm going to make sure I blend out my creases, and then I'm going to set with this powder down here. And I only use this powder under my eye and with the blush brush. I haven't wiped it off, so it still has a little bit of blush, just to kind of blend the concealer and blush into each other. Final thoughts. I think two stand out to me more than the others, but two are more new to me than the others. First of all, this one, the 114. Yeah, okay, the 114. I love the angle. Love the angle. That is very, very important to me. This angle, I loved going in under the eye and then turning it over and setting. Granted, is it always gonna be like this? Is gonna be super dry for setting? Probably not, because you can see it's pretty dirty because I put a lot of concealer on and blended a lot on. That can seep over. I assume if I keep using, I think first application, it'll be fine because it's mainly on this side, but if it keeps kicking up, it'll like squeeze over, if that makes sense. But I still like it. I think this is a good like travel brush, just, you know, 2-in-1. I like the angle right here into my inner corner to also set, to cut out down here. Like this one was great. I really, really like this one. 16, I love this for blush. I think this is so cute. I love like the density of it. I like the shape too. To me, this one looks the cutest to me. I'm like, it's so cute. It's like so small and like dense. It's so cute. But I love this for the cheek, for the blush, cream blush. You could definitely do cream bronzer too, but I just think like this on the apples of the cheeks just makes sense to me. Like this is for cream blush. So you might see me using this more and more for cream blush now. This one's the one that I felt like was okay. It's good, it's not bad, but it is a little bit more dense than the other two. And because it's a more medium size, I'm very used to my 101. So my 101 is a little less dense than this, and it is also bigger. So I'm able to finish my base a lot faster with my 101, which is something I like. I just like putting it on, bouncing it on, drawing it on, you know? So I think because of that is why I don't like this. It's the same reason I don't use my 109 for concealer or foundation, because I like the 101. So this one just is at a disadvantage because it's smaller already, but it is nice. If you want a denser brush, denser than this one is denser. It's a little bit smaller, not as small as the 109. So it's still good to do your face. It just takes a little bit more time than this one. I will just, you know, have to say that. But I could totally see this as a cheek brush. I was using this one. I also will say I was using this one as a foundation brush. I would probably not use that as a foundation brush in my personal use. I was just using these kind of like what they're a little bit more advertised for, except for the 106, because that one's like 2 foundation brushes. I can't do 2 foundations with this, so I just decided to make this blush, but I could definitely see this for like blush, another blush brush, or a cream contour brush. Also like a concealer brush, like on the bigger areas of my face, or even down here. I feel like it fits, like the 109. Like I like it more for that. I think I like my bigger one for the foundation, but it's not bad. It's just I prefer something a little bit bigger, if that makes sense. But it's a good brush. And so I'm excited to see what I end up using this for, because my 109, I love that for my cheeks and stuff. So we'll see where this lands in my ranking. It's coming in a weird spot because I have my A506 for concealer already. I have my 109 for my blush and contour or bronzer. I have two of those. So now I have three, but I had two, so I could use for both. And then my foundation. So let's see where I end up placing this one. That's really the only negative I can say. I feel like if you have the 101 and you don't really feel like you need a smaller, denser brush, then you don't need this one. But if you like the 101 and you want it denser, you want it smaller, this is a great, pick. These would recommend these. This one, I think it's good, but I don't feel like it's a need. I feel like if you have the 101, the 109, and you have like your reasons for them, I don't know if switching over to this would like change your mind, I feel like I would still pick my 101 over this one, but for foundation, if I was doing something else, then I'd probably pick this one, but I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I'm excited to keep trying these. Bye.